So this Klingon's been on eBay for ages. It's the lowest price one there on if you search AFA Klingon Mego from the 70s. Yeah, so I've looked at it, I've been watching it for quite a long time, and the seller lowered the price. I mean, she had it for 80, which is the same price I paid for the previous one I bought, which was a Klingon AFA 80 as well. This one's at AFA 80 as well, but this has got higher subs. So she dropped it by a tenner. I tried to make a counter offer, but she wouldn't accept it, so I said, alright, I'll take it. So this is the cheapest of the Mego Star Trek figures from 1970s. It's made in Hong Kong. I mean, Mego figures are famous for their like Marvel characters, their Star Trek figures. I mean, these are like, you know, you've got Scotty, Lieutenant Uhura, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, Captain Kirk, and the Klingon. And as I said in a previous video when I reviewed this a couple of years ago, this costume's more or less from the Planet of the Apes figure. And this is when the Klingons looked quite human as well. So the other one was all 80 subs, this one's got 285 subs, so the bubble and figure get 85. Very nice. You can see the head's trying to push out of the top of the... This is really old now. It came out from, say, 1975. So yeah, 1975. So this is 45 years old. This, and it's in such great condition. Unpunched. You can see the punch hole there. Got a slight kink at the top of the card there. Very colourful card. Collect all 6 of these 8-inch fully posable action figures. I mean, down the line there are some alien figures, and they're the ones that you want to get if you're ever going to collect this line, because they're the rare ones. So, you know, the Romulan, the Gorn, the Neptunian, all those sort of freaky looking aliens. They're the ones to collect. I mean, Spock and Kirk will definitely be 2 to get, because, you know, they're such key characters. Dr. McCoy as well, Lieutenant Uhura, Scotty there. Yeah, it's Bones. So yeah, there's the Star Trek communicator you can get, and the Enterprise bridge playset. Pretty cool. So there's been modern reinterpretations of these figures. Actually, Mego now is putting out Star Trek figures, so I might try and get a modern day Klingon as well. But this is great for something that's 45 years old. I mean, these Mego dolls are quite fragile. You can see it comes with sort of phase and communicator there in red. I mean, wow, 45 years. Probably older than most of you that are watching this. So it says 1975 Mego Star Trek Series 2 Klingon white name. So sometimes you can find that name in yellow. Card 80, bubble 85, figure 85. Very cool piece. This is the most common character, the Klingon. So if you look up that number there on the AFA website, I bet you there's loads of these. There's like 1658 6738. You put that number in the serial number and search that. I bet you there's loads of them. Very cool figure. And these, I always wanted one of these when I was a child. remember seeing them back in the 70s, but you know, they were in the distance in the toy shop window, and I couldn't have one, even though I desperately did, because you know, I grew up watching this show back in the 70s. So yeah, so this is an upgrade to my 80 sub, but you know, they both, I mean, the 81 looks just as good as this if you ask me, so you know, I mean, I think this one, the bubble's a bit more slanted in the way it's been placed, whereas in the other one it's straighter. I'd need to get them both together to compare the two to see if this one really is that much better. But for the price, I mean, the average price for these now graded is about 100, maybe a little bit more, but this one is the most common. And the Klingon's been in such, you know, with the modern Star Trek, you know, with the sort of horseshoe crab design, and then now with the Discovery, what the Klingons are, you know. Not that, I don't think that series is doing so well. But, you know, these are the original classics. I'll always buy vintage over modern any day, you know, I just prefer the old stuff. It's like the nostalgia, all that sort of, you know. So let's see, even says there, in the British colony of Hong Kong. Very nice, I mean, just look at the graphics, the colours, garish, bright. Artwork, actual figure. That's how the Klingons looked in those days in the 70s. Just the bright purple background on the card. It's a bit of a scratch there, or scuff. Very nice though. Mego Star Trek, 1974. It must be when they started putting out these figures. So yeah, I think they sold really well, the Star Trek line. So yeah, very nice. So another AFA money to waste I've got. Only joking. Okay, so that's what I got today. So I got this and that Jawa I've just shown. So hope you liked watching this. So if you've got a few dollars, this is a good line to collect, because these are, I'm trying to collect the 3.75 aliens from the 79 movie, Star Trek the Motion Picture. So I've got 2 more to go on those, just loose graded. I did get the Zaranite carded earlier this year. Anyway, hope you enjoyed looking at this. Kapla, as they say. Right, cheers, goodbye. 1975 Klingon. Cheers, bye.